Ministers have written to police chiefs to encourage officers to make robust use of powers to protect politicians as a general election looms. Security Minister Tom Tugendhat and Policing Minister Philp made the unusual step of writing to chief constables after activists calling for a ceasefire in Gaza gathered at the Dorset home of MP Tobias Ellwood. Here's our chief political correspondent, John Craig.
Senior Conservative MP Tobias Ellwood says thankfully no one was hurt and at least 60 pro-Palestine activists surrounded his house for more than 3 hours. But it wasn't an isolated incident. Now he's backing moves by ministers to urge police forces to use robust measures to protect MPs from harassment over their stance on Israel. The call for police to stop mobs targeting MPs comes in a letter to Chief Constables from the Security Minister Tom Tugendhat and the Policing Minister Philp. The intimidation of democratically elected representatives is unacceptable, the ministers write. MPs shouldn't have to worry about the effect that carrying out their duties will have on their personal safety. Nor should they have to choose between their family's safety and serving their country.
What is she doing?
The government's advisor on political violence has welcomed the intervention by ministers.
The approach by different forces is not uniform at the moment. Some are taking swift action, some are letting these protests run, and there's a real risk in that of a threat to the individual and a really corrosive effect on our democracy that we shouldn't tolerate, and action needs to be taken.
The heightened concerns for MPs' safety follow the murders of the Labour MP Joe Cox in 2016 and the veteran Conservative MP Sir David Amess in 2021. And Conservative MP Mike Freer now wears a stab vest and is quitting at the next election because of intimidation, including an arson attack. A former Labour leader blames social media and a changing culture.
What I just hope is not going to happen is any repetition of murderous assault, which we've seen since 2016 and the vile murder of my beloved friend Joe Cox.
As well as this being an election year, there's currently huge tension over the Middle East. And this week, MPs will vote on a Scottish National Party demand for an immediate ceasefire. That's putting added pressure from pro-Palestine activists on Labour MPs in particular. And as the election draws closer, pressure on police to step up protection of politicians of all parties is bound to grow. John Craig, Sky News.